Ha! Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. How are you all doing? Breaking news. This is breaking news right now. We're dealing with what is happening in the UK right now. This happened today. And I'm going to bring to you the audio of this particular incident. So, Ekweremadu has officially been sentenced, and he was sentenced to about 10 years in a UK prison. If you're watching on TikTok, please remember to send me my gifts. Big shout out to my top gifters, guys. Follow my top gifters on TikTok. Follow my top gifters on TikTok. I'm looking for money guns. Help me meet my targets. I'm looking for money guns on TikTok. Help me meet my target. So, another thing that is amazing is what I read somewhere, that despite going to jail, Ekweremadu is still going to be earning about 14 million naira a month. About 14m every month, despite the fact that he is going to jail. So, this is something I would like us to talk about. And I would truly love it if you can share your perspective on this particular matter. I'm going to play the audio for you right now. I sped it up a little. And why is that? To avoid copyright claims and all that. You know, in this our work, you don't own any material that you did not create. So if you yes. So if you want to play an audio that is owned by somebody else, you need to be extra careful. All right. So what you're gonna hear is a sped up version. Please bear with me. Big shout out to my number one gifter, but my number one gifter right now is using an Arabic account, and I can't read Arabic. I'm truly sorry for that, but I appreciate the fact that you're my number one gifter. Guys, follow my number one gifters. Follow whoever makes it to number one, follow that person right now. Do me that favor, follow my number one gifter. So here is the verdict as pronounced by the judge. The judge is male, but I sped up the audio, so he might sound a little female. And that is simply because I do not want copyright issues. So hear the judgment, O ye people.
Our custodial sentences of 10 years in the case of Abina Abeta, 10 years and 6 months in the case of Ekweremadu, and 6 years in the case of Beatrice Ekweremadu. Abina Abeta, stand up please. There are aggravating features in your case. You deliberately targeted a victim who was particularly vulnerable due to his young age, his isolation from his immediate family, and his poverty. The applicable starting points are custodial sentences of 10 years in the case of Abina Abeta, 10 years and 6 months in the case of Ekweremadu, and 6 years in the case of Beatrice Ekweremadu.
So, coming, those were the sentences that were handed out to these people. 10 years for the doctor, 10 years for Ekweremadu, and 6 years for Ekweremadu's wife. What are your thoughts? Do you think the sentence was right? Do you think the sentence was a little too lenient? What are your thoughts? Now, let's remember not to be hypocritical especially when discussing this particular matter, because one thing I want you all to know is that every one of you here watching my live would have done the exact same thing if your daughter was the person involved. I know it's easy for us to point fingers, but let's not lie to ourselves. We can lie to other people, but it will be unfair if we continuously lie to one another. Most of you, if not, to be fair, 90% of you would probably do exactly what Ekweremadu did. So I don't want to talk too much. I'll interject from time to time. We're gonna be here for exactly 30 minutes. I want your opinions. I want to hear what you guys have to say. So please do join me. Don't send me a request if you don't want to join. It is very frustrating when you send requests and you don't want to join. I have 5 people who've already sent requests. I've sent messages to 2 of them and they declined. Why are you sending me a request when you are going to decline? Someone said most is better. 90% of women, 99% of women will do what he did without batting an eyelid. Most people here, yes, because there are men involved. Some men might decide that, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I'm not really interested in this. We'll find alternative measures or means. But every woman watching me live here would do exactly what Ekweremadu did without even batting an eyelid. So if you do send me a request, I'll love you to join me. Especially the women. I want to see some of the women and I want to hear what you guys have to say. So my lines are open. If you're watching on Facebook, remember you cannot come live on Facebook. You've got to come to Instagram, but you can buy my stars on Facebook. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Scroll down to today's video, click on the video, and you will see how to buy stars. Big shout out to Coco Boy Music, and big shout out to the rest of you. How are you all doing? All right, so over to you guys. Sugar Destiny, I'm gonna bring you live. Okay, we've got someone who's finally been able to join. Miriam, how are you doing, Miriam?
Hi, Daddy Freeze. How are you?
How are you doing, my sister?
I'm good, and you?
Very well, thank you. So Miriam, in your opinion, what do you think?
My own opinion is, I mean, every mother wants their children, what's best for their children or everything like that. A mother will not sit there and watch their child being sick and not doing anything about it, you know? So my own opinion, I mean, they should have, because I'm in the U.S., anything that you do here, when it comes to minor, and you don't have the consent of the minor, or you don't have a paperwork that says, this person agreed to do this thing, and you don't have a signature or you don't have an approval of a parent or anything like that, you're going to go to jail, you know? But a mother will not sit there and watch their children being sick or anything like that. But one thing I don't understand, why they didn't ask like any member of their family, like to check if this person can able to donate, you know?
The problem is we do not know. We don't know what they did or what they didn't. I'm sure every family will have gone through one thing or the other. There's somebody in a noisy place.
Oh, not me.
Sugar Destiny, there's noise in your background. Like somebody's watching.
Yes. No, it's my pressure pot. I was about to tell you that I would join. I want to eat breakfast. It's my pressure pot. I'm cooking my native food. So That's pressure pot.
Oh, okay. So let's quickly hear from you then. What is your take?
Daddy Freeze, I wasn't following the topic, so I'm trying to capture all I'm saying here. Freezing, 10
Okay.
years,
So go and
freezing,
finish your
salary.
food and come back then.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank
Go
you,
out
sir.
so that I can bring somebody in. If I remove you, I might not be able to bring somebody else in. Okay. Almost. So that's Destiny right there. She was cooking beans. Big shout out to Destiny. She was cooking beans. So I'm bringing for Lighton, Coca for Lighton. Sent me a request. How are you doing, sis? I think this is your first time on my live. You have to wipe your camera.
Oh my God.
You must have used a sweaty hand to touch the camera. Remy, I sent you a request. You didn't come. Where are you?
Is it better now?
Hold on a second. I haven't checked. Hold on a second. If you're watching on TikTok, remember to send me gifts and to follow my top gifters on TikTok. All right, so much better. See you looking like human beings. All right, for Lighton, what is your take?
You know, it's a very. Can you hear me clearly? Because I'm
100%. I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, 100%.
You know, it's a very complicated issue. You know, when it comes to child, you will do anything at all. Even when they say you should go under the sea to go and get that thing, you will go get that under the sea. You know. It's a painful situation because sometimes sometimes when we women we want something for our child, yeah, we have this way of persuading our husbands to making sure that they do this thing for this child. Yeah, I do that too as a woman and as a mom, you know, where I would want something for my child. And my husband is like, oh, no, I don't think this is the right time. And I tried to make sure I convince him to do that thing for my child. And I will not rest till that thing happens. So it's what any mother would do.
Yeah, that's so true.
You know, it's what any mother would do.
So I'm asking you, do you think the Ekweremadus did wrong? Do you think the Ekweremadus did wrong? Honest, in your own honest to God opinion, do you think they did wrong?
Well, with the position that Ekweremadu had, he had a position where he was in a position where he could have.
It's hard to say it.
He was in a position where he could have built hospitals, well-equipped hospitals. He was in a position where, you know.
Now, let me be honest with you. I don't think, you see, his salary is 14 million a month, 140 million a year.
Wow.
You can't build a hospital with that. Especially not a hospital where you can have a kidney transplant. Neither can you be of such influence. I think we actually need to bring people who have been in political power, who understand the job of a senator. You know, the problem is a lot of things are hidden from the masses. The masses just say, we have this amount of money, they earn this much. We don't really understand these things. So it is very easy to judge. And because these people too are eating inside these things, they don't like being honest.
Yeah.
So as a senator, he can't build a hospital. Build a hospital as what? All right, we have Femi Aderogba here. Femi Aderogba, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, good evening, Daddy Freeze. Good evening, everyone. Fine, I'm fine. Well, I had the judgment. The truth is that in one way or the other, the party involved made a mistake or made some mistake in some areas. But notwithstanding, we cannot blame them for everything. Because if we watch or listen to the story, what even led to this development, we realize that the boy also has some level of blame, some blame to be apportioned to. Because if the boy has actually had the privilege of donating that kidney and getting the money, he will not raise that alarm he raised that time. The reason why he raised the alarm was because they tested him and realized that his kidney cannot match that of the lady on sick bed. And he was thinking that he would be losing if eventually he's being brought back home. So the struggle for him not to come back home made him to raise that alarm. Now,
no, are you sure that he was not a match?
Sir?
Are you sure he was not a match?
It was not what? You were not audible, sir.
A match.
Yeah,
his kidney
because
did
there are
not match.
reports here. Yes, his kidney did not match. I'm sure about that because I read it from credible sources. His kidney did not actually match, and they promised him certain amount of money that if the surgery went successful, he's going to get certain amount of money. But because he couldn't meet up to the expectation when he got abroad, and we all know how Nigeria behaves sometimes, they are desperate to achieve some goals and aim. Because he was not able to achieve that, he was thinking like, will I just go home like that? Or UK is good and this, will I just come back to Nigeria, blah, blah, of a thing. So that was what actually brought.
Okay. I would like, publicly I'm saying this, I would like to invite Ekweremadu's daughter. What's her name again? Ekweremadu's daughter. Sonia Ekweremadu. It would be good if you can come and clear the air. Sonia Ekweremadu. It would be a good thing if you can come and clear the air.
Now
Femi Aderogba is suggesting that the boy was not a match. If that is true, it would do your parents a lot of, because now we can now see another complexion for this particular case.
But my question here is that, sorry, Daddy Freeze, but my question here is that, why didn't they do due diligence in Nigeria before taking the boy to the UK? Bringing the boy to the UK, sorry.
Now, I personally do not believe that the boy is not a match. Because why will he travel? You can do that here, even in local hospitals. They even do kidney transplant for Nigeria. So I don't believe it, but if it is a narrative that is true, if it is a narrative that is true, I like to explore it. So that's why I'm inviting Sonia Ekweremadu to tell us, because if they got abroad and then because the kidney did not match, that boy then is wicked. If truly the boy got abroad and chickened out, he's a human being, he is free to say, you know what, I'm not doing this again. And he also now exploited the system and say, you know what, I don't want to go back to Nigeria. It's understandable. But because you got there and now what you went there for is not going to work, you now want to implicate those that took you there, then that is very, very serious. But we need proof. So the only person who can provide proof right now is Ekweremadu's daughter.
Yeah.
I don't care about how he works abroad. We don't live abroad. We live in Nigeria. And we also have to judge that boy and judge Ekweremadu according to our own laws, our own customs, our own sentiments. Because now, it don't enter another matter. If true, the boy no be match. And then the boy now realizes that they are not going to pay him money again. He's coming back to his hawker walk on the street in Lagos. Then he now goes to put them in trouble. Then that's a totally different case.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, in the aspect of what the woman said, she was saying one thing about Senator Ekweremadu. She said he has actually been in government for a while, and he should actually have been hospital. You know, we need to understand the role of senator and possibly those in the executive arm of government.
Yeah.
The major role of a senator is actually to pass bills. And while he was senators, at least he passed average of 2 popular bills. One was based on the health insurance, and the other one was based on affordable health scheme. So within his capacity, he did his best to actually move Nigeria forward. It's just unfortunate that he found himself in this kind of emotional matters. And we all know that when emotional matters like this arise, we cannot actually outrightly judge someone, because if you are never there, you cannot say this is what I would have done and this is what I wouldn't have done. So and in the part of the judgment, I think the UK government was even lenient with them to have passed that judgment, because that case even is a case that can back someone life imprisonment. So they have gotten 10 years, 4 years, whatsoever. That automatically means that the government were even a bit lenient with them. So that is my what I can say for now.
All right, we have John here. Welcome, John. John seems to have a totally different perspective. If you're watching on TikTok, remember to send me money guns. My top gifters would be given special privileges on TikTok. If you're watching live on Facebook, please buy my stars. Guys watching on Instagram, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, scroll down to today's video, click on the video, and you will see how to buy stars. Somebody's making noise. Mute your mics if you're not talking. Especially, yes. So once again, if you're watching on TikTok, big shout out to you. My top gifter, my number one gifter on TikTok, a very special shout out to you. Let me tell you who my number one gifter is before I bring in John. My number one gifter is a lady called Mama1204. Guys, follow Mama1204. Follow her right now on TikTok. Amazing lady. She's my number one gifter. I'll keep shouting out to my number one gifters. And guys, follow my top gifters on TikTok. Nobody has sent me a single star, and I've been on for almost 2 hours now. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, scroll down to today's issue, and send me stars. So, John, the ball is in your court. What is your take? You're muted, John.
Okay. Daddy Freeze, can you hear me now?
Clearly.
Yeah, this same senator, there was a time they wanted to build a kidney center in the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital in Enugu, which happens to be his state. And it was passed through him for approval in the Senate. And a whistleblower actually came out and narrated how the whole thing happened. And he demanded for part of the money for that project to be paid to him. Allegedly demanded for part of the money for that project to be paid to him. And the project was awarded and the funds were released. And according to the whistleblower, that he ate plus the one that was supposed to go to him and the one that was allotted for that project. So whatever he's going through now, he deserves it 100%. Because if he had approved that project, if he had not embezzled those funds, if he had not allegedly embezzled those funds, would have been done in the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital in Enugu. And he won't have to travel to the UK to do it. So the thing is that these men are victims of the society that they help build. And this is just the beginning. They will get to a point where human beings, the masses, will decide to eat them for food. Because the more you impoverish the masses, they will have to resort to a way to eat. And if you're the only meat available, if they cannot buy beef, they will eat you. So whatever Ekweremadu is going through, it is absolutely his fault, because we have brilliant doctors in Nigeria. And if it's all these doctors that are flying to the UK, are they not Nigerians? The ones doing the surgery, are they not Nigerians? We have the likes of Martin Aji, the first African to perform a successful heart surgery in University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital. All they need to have is an equipped medical center. And you refuse to do that.
Sorry, John. Emphasis on alleged. John alleged. I don't know how true it is. Maybe I no can hold that if we say that if it's
it's everywhere. It is everywhere. The person gave the full detail.
I think the point alleged should not be an idea we should actually buy, because that is rumor. Ekweremadu has been in the Senate for over 10 years. To an extent, we've seen his contribution when it comes to political development.
What are his contributions?
Allegation should not be a reason why we should nail him for what actually happened. He could have a mistake, but that is not reason we should say he deserved that. And that is even not true. Because like today now, the judgment that was passed today now found Ekweremadu guilty. We can uphold that, this man has actually worked against the law of a particular country. But allegation, that should be ruled out. We cannot validate that, and that should not even be embraced in any way.
Okay, let me read this allegation to you verbatim.
If it's not court verdict, we should not blackmail anyone based on allegation.
I agree with Femi Aderogba. If it is not a court verdict.
And that is
yes.
I disagree with that, because if I am alleged to be a thief and I don't come out to debunk me being a thief, then that allegation will keep being an allegation, which I have to come out and prove that I am not. He has not come out to debunk it. Neither have his lawyers.
The process of fighting an allegation is that if you are alleged of something, you have the right to listen to the allegation and not pay attention to it. And the person that alleged you can also wait.
Legally, hold on. Legally, whoever alleges must prove.
The burden of truth lies on the person who is alleging. But the burden of clearance is on the person whose character is being defamed.
But you can choose.
Now, hold on. You can also choose to ignore. Now, for Lighton Koka, let's hear from you. Let's hear from the lady.
If I call you a thief and you refuse to challenge it, then you're a thief.
Look, yes, we cannot lay claims here based on what we hear. Yeah, that's so true. I agree with Femi. But I also agree with John. You know, if, for instance, these guys had done something in Nigeria, they were able to build hospitals, and even we have fantastic good doctors. Our doctors are the best in the world. Daddy, please.
Can I ask a question, ma'am?
Wait, excuse me. You see, you were talking. I waited for you to have the best doctors in the world. For crying out loud, why can't we have a place where we can take everybody from different
If you're
parts of
watching
the
on
world?
TikTok, a special shout out to my top gifters.
Do you know the budget? Do you know the
my top
proposal?
gifters, guys, follow my top gifters on
do you know how much the
TikTok.
proposal?
Follow my top gifters. I'm looking for 50 money guns. 50 money guns.
Can you just
Oh yeah.
Can you just
Send me those gifts. Keep those gifts coming. Share the video on
Do you
TikTok.
realize that senators have projects for their senatorial districts?
Of course, that is what I was
There's a project.
They have the power.
The senator only pass bills. Like seriously.
See, let me tell you something. Yeah, if the king of Dubai comes out today and says his daughter is ill and she needs a kidney, I bet you'll find a queue within 10 minutes.
Madam, Madam, let me blow your mind.
You understand?
Do you know that in the UAE, Emiratis used to travel to the US for kidney transplants, all form of medical attention.
They even used to come to Nigeria.
He woke up and said, "Well, you know what he did? You know what he did? Which hospital did they go to in the US?" They told him the name of the hospital. He went to the hospital and said, "Come and build exactly this thing here. I will pay the doctor times to the salary in my country."
But you know, John, you know that there was a time that the Arabs used to come to Nigeria to take Nigerian doctors.
Of course.
There was a time that everybody used to come to university and you understand? All these facilities have gone down. Why can't we just do something in our own country for crying out? Why?
To me, if Ekweremadu has been a governor, if he has been a president, and we actually subscribe to your opinion that when he has the privilege, he should have been hospital.
What are the functions of the senator?
The role of the senator, the first role of the senator is to make law. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
The second thing is for him to represent his constituency. The third thing is for him to serve as committee among the Senate.
A senator does not represent a constituency; he represents the senatorial district. Continue.
Yeah. Let's allow.
Constituency.
So,
That's the constituency. Now, one of those things he did as what's it called? By representing the constituency.
Let me help
was
you.
That
Let me help. A senator representing Enugu Central Senatorial District and knows that the teaching hospital in Enugu has no renal center would stand up in the Senate and say, "Mr. President, President of the Senate, I have a bill here to build a renal center in the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital because my people need it. My people travel to the US, to Canada to get this treatment. I have a bill. I'm sponsoring a bill to build a renal center in the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital." And you're telling me that it is not his job? No, it's my job. It is my job. If I do engineering work, I'll go build a renal center.
My main argument here is that for him to have empowered youth while he was senator, for him to have also given some facilities at rural level and did some. Wait, bro. You know,
okay, guys. Sorry, Femi. It's impossible to remove you. So, for light on, let me remove you so I can bring Olu. Or please remove yourself. I want to bring Olu. Olu is saying something else. Now, I also need to have a balanced perspective in this particular discussion. Why? John is team obedient. Femi is team PDP, articulate. So,
how do I remove myself?
Click on it on the top.
On the top.
The X button, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Lovely seeing you. You and I are going to catch up. I just wanted, just for 5 minutes, because I don't want this to go on for too long. I just wanted different perspectives. So let me bring in somebody from Tinubu's team. Let us hear what Olu has to say. Glory Art, sadly, I don't think Olu is here. So Olu, over to you. Let's hear you.
Yeah, basically, I don't, to a large extent, I don't agree with some of the things we are saying here. We don't really understand the issues. Do you get? You know, we're just in this habit of Nigeria is bad. Do you get? So that's just it. Everything Nigeria is bad. Just like this. Just like this Sudan crisis. They were showing you Americans that are there, that they don't even know how they will get out. And Nigerians are bringing their own people here, and they're even paying them. We just like to denigrate our country. That's number one. Secondly, calm down, John. Calm down. We don't always agree anyway. You understand? Secondly, who told you that Nigeria cannot do kidney transplant? There are so many hospitals in Nigeria that can do kidney transplant. So let's first wait. Let me finish. There are so many hospitals in Nigeria that are doing kidney transplant. You get the problem Ekweremadu has, in my own opinion, is what I call status symbol. Do you understand? Number one, status symbol. Then secondly, the daughter in question lives in UK. So there will have been a doctor that is managing, that has his profile, that has a history. It only makes sense, aside status symbol, to find a situation around that place. You understand? For her treatment. Because, I mean, it's not like she just started a kidney problem. Yeah. The lady in question lives in UK. You understand? Let us not be putting emotion, sentiment on some things at times. There are doctors there that has his history, that has a history. So it only makes sense for the lady to be treated there. It has nothing to do with Nigeria.
Now, I want to ask everyone a question.
If you don't know, wait. If you don't know today. There are so many centers in Nigeria that can do kidney transplant. If you don't know, just know that.
I want to ask a question. What political party does Ekweremadu belong to? Sorry, John. One question. Quick question. John, quick question.
Kidney transplant are two different things.
Hold on.
Wait. Let's
two different things.
I want to ask a question. What political party
you are talking about? They are doing it here.
Hold on, guys. What political party does Ekweremadu belong to? What political party?
PDP.
Ekweremadu is PDP. Okay.
Yeah.
So in that way, both John and Olu, Labour Party and AP, are not sentimentally attached to this discussion. The only person that can be sentimentally attached is Femi, who is with me up. Because Femi represents PDP, so there can be sentimental attachment. However, John and Olu do not share that attachment. I just wanted to draw that.
I'm just discussing the issues.
Okay. So go ahead. Sorry, John, you wanted to say something.
The dialysis you are talking about, guy, they are doing it here. So don't be deceived. Wait, chill. Let me finish. Don't be deceived. They have it here. Now, where Ekweremadu or whatever, I can't pronounce it well. Where I think he has a problem is that I think he was misled. There are situations where you are desperate. You know, when you are desperate for a solution, then you take some decision that you are not supposed to take. He has a doctor who probably advised him. He does not ask critical questions. You understand? You know, because if he has done that, he relies on an advice. Remember, his doctor was also sentenced. I hope you know. In fact, the doctor got a higher sentence, 10 years. Ekweremadu, I think is 8 years or 9 years. The wife is 6 years. Their doctor got 10 years. So, what that translates to is that the doctor might have misled them, and they also key into it, thinking that it's business as usual. That they are in Nigeria, you know, it makes them feel like it's doable. You understand? And they are also desperate because to me, if you need kidney, if somebody of Ekweremadu status, if you ask for a kidney donor, they will get. How much is it? They will get. Do you understand? So I just feel like there's a mistake here. You know, the issue of whether he has used his constituency project very well, whether he has, you know, that's not my concern. My concern is that we should not look at it that, you know, every incident that happens is an opportunity for us to just be bashing Nigeria, denigrating Nigeria. That's the way I look at it. You get, you know, I've been listening to discussion here. You guys are talking as if we don't have the facility.
Now, I want to ask you a question, Olu.
We have it here.
Olu, I want to ask you a question. Olu.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. 2 points were raised. One by John and one by Femi. Femi said that the guy was not a kidney match. Is that true? Can you confirm that?
No, I can't confirm that. I can't confirm that. What I hear from the judge is that, if I want to go by what the judge said, because I've listened to it, is that they lure the boy and they also make an attempt to try again when they found out, you understand, that what they were doing is not all right or something. You understand? So they want to try another person again. You get? So it was like a build-up case for them. So
now
the second question, hold on, 2 questions. The second question, this time an allegation by John. John said, John has left, we're waiting for him to come back. John said that Ekweremadu was supposed to build a kidney center but refused to build. John said something along those lines. What are your thoughts?
I'm not aware of that. There's something I don't do. I don't put sentiment or emotion into conversations. And I hate allegations. I hate allegations and rumors. Anybody that is making allegations or rumors in my presence, I just laugh. I just look at them that they don't know what they are doing.
Mr. Olu,
so when you are making allegation, when you are creating rumor, I don't listen to it. I will listen to you, but I just know that you don't know what you are doing.
Mr. Olu, can I ask you a question?
If you can provide evidence to me that this man was, he was asked to build this thing, he has the constituency, the project was approved by his constituency, and he did not do it. Provide the evidence. Don't just say, because people are saying so many things on the internet now, just to malign people, and it's not everybody that will respond.
Mr. Olu, can you say something on this? Please, can you give us an idea about the core responsibility of a senator?
No, the core responsibility of a senator is to pass a bill now, to make laws and all that. However, John was right in what it means by constituency projects. You understand? As a Senate president, I think he was a deputy Senate president, you have influence to attract some projects to your constituency. If you look at what, if you look at what Femi Gbajabiamila has been doing in Lagos, when you go to Surulere, he was building roads. Some of the roads Gbajabiamila was building, they are local government roads, they are state roads, but he was doing it because it was a constituency project, kind of.
Well, Ekweremadu did the same thing. He did the same thing. The question here, I think you're not getting the question. The question here is that Olu was blaming Ekweremadu for not actually building a dialysis center in his constituents. And I was saying that...
No, I didn't blame him for that, no.
That's the point. That was the point, that we cannot blame him for that. He must have done some other things that are also in relevance to the people need in his constituency. That is not building such a facility there, that doesn't form a reason for us to condemn him. That was the point I'm trying to make. You can be your constituent that you can see that what your people need most is road. So instead of building an hospital, why not build a road? If there's shortage of water in your constituency, why not provide water instead of electricity? So that was what my own argument was all about. So we cannot blame Ekweremadu because of decision on ground. We could have now said
I agree with you. I agree with you completely. And secondly, there's something. And secondly, there's something I want to say here. The condition, the medical condition of Nigeria and UK cannot be compared. Because this is another mistake that we make. I was discussing with a friend one day, and he was like, well, Nigerian doctors are not being paid well and all that. And I asked him, how much did you pay? How much was your school fees throughout your medical school? How much is your school fees? Do you understand? And by the time he was telling me, it's not even up to 1/100 of what you will pay for the same program in UK. So what is wrong? What is wrong? Even if you give 5 years of your medical life to Nigeria that gave you free education, what is wrong with that? So our condition, the condition of the same country is not the same. If you want to earn the money they are earning in UK, the medical people are earning in UK, go and school abroad. Nobody will stop you. Go and school there. When you school there, you start earning the money.
Okay, my
Not when a country pay you free, almost free, and you want to equate it, or you are expecting the same salary structure. No, now could it work?
All right, now I want to ask a question. The lady, sorry, there's a lady with us. I want to ask her a question. You said you can throw some light on this, my dear sister. Go ahead.
Yes, Daddy Freeze, thank you. And firstly, like I want to say, like what everyone is saying, they're actually right. We shouldn't be condemning our country, especially on a platform like this. So first of all, like we have to, before we say anything, we should watch ourselves. But to the main point, they said according to when the doctor brought the boy to the UK, they threw a party whereby the boy and the daughter and everyone sat together and had a party and everything. So in the verge of him, like everyone was fine and happy. Then actually, they said that when they went to the hospital for the boy to go through some kind of test and everything, the boy started screaming, "Oh, I'm 15 years old. I can't carry on with it and everything." So him saying he didn't know that the doctor is working with Ekweremadu to start with. Do you understand? So after that, like according to research and everything I gathered around everything, like the boy was rough sleeping, and people that don't know what rough sleeping means, that's someone that have not slept in a night in a bed or has not have a nice place to sleep for a period of time before he went to the police station. There's a video showing when the boy walked into the police station to talk to the police about it. The boy was in distress. He was holding his backpack, walking in there and everything. So let's see it from both sides of you. Ekweremadu wants to do something like to get a kidney for his child. Anybody in that situation that has the money to do that will go that far to do that for their child. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, those kind of things doesn't work out in the UK. But let me not say, oh, in the UK because people start thinking, oh, maybe because I'm here, I'm trying to like hype up something. Do you understand? But it won't work out here because of the way things.
Okay, Glory, let me ask you a question, Glory. Glory, what do you do? What is your profession?
Sorry, sir, what did you say?
What do you do? What is your profession?
I'm at the point I'm actually like at home with my baby, but I'm a tattoo artist by profession.
And you live in the UK?
Yes, and I actually studied journalism in school.
In the UK? In the UK or in Nigeria?
I studied in Nigeria, that is Beige University.
Okay. Are you a certified tattoo artist? I'm just asking. Are you?
Yes, I am. Yes.
In the UK?
Yes.
So you have your certifications?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to know that. All right.
All right,
so, anything anyone else wants to say? I just wanted people's perspectives. That's all.
No, sir, but basically what I'm basically trying to shine light on is that like the fact that the boy was not able to get the money after everything, and what he said about what the judge said, they were about to go to Turkey to get the next person that was put for the case. That's where they were arrested at the airport, according to what like sources and the evidence I gathered for myself.
Oh, so they were no longer even using the boy.
They were no longer with the boy. They left the UK. They were at the airport with the bag of money to go meet the next donor in Turkey. That was where they were arrested. Yeah. So now the case is not about the boy telling police to investigate. There's evidence everywhere to prove that there's something not right about them being the UK, them having money with them. Do you understand?
I don't quite get it.
Like what?
I think that was after they found out the boy cannot do the cannot go with the surgery, right?
Anymore. Let's say like that. The boy wasn't a match, or the boy said he doesn't want to go. When they realized that they cannot go well with this boy, they decided to leave the UK and go to meet someone in Turkey, the next donor. Do you understand? And it was the doctor that kept fishing out these people for them. It wasn't Ekweremadu.
Wow.
So the boy
I think the doctor misled them. He got the highest sentence
and the
now.
doctor himself has
He got the highest sentence
from black market too.
Actually, I think
okay, so the doctor himself had a kidney problem.
He has a kidney problem, and he has a, like he did a kidney, like I don't know how to put it, but he had his own kidney surgery on his own, so he knows how to go about it.
Okay. Anyway, guys, these are all allegations. Nobody is 100% sure.
Yes.
I would love to have Sonia Ekweremadu here to share her testimony. Sonia Ekweremadu, this is a message to you from Daddy Freeze. I would love to invite you so you can share your own perspective as to what really happened.
Exactly.
Because if they were no longer using the boy,
you're no longer using the boy, it became like modern day slavery. Sorry, can I explain modern day slavery to you?
Okay, go ahead.
According to everything that happened now, the boy coming from another country, because you know about the transatlantic trade and all this, so you bringing someone from another country, promising them good life, promising different things for them to either come here, you give them better life, but everything, like, for them to do something for you. That is already like slavery in modern time.
That's a point.
So basically, the boy has already classified for modern day slavery, which is already protected by the law already. But where the case has left the boy's hands, where Ekweremadu, we're going to meet another person again to give to discuss the kidney stuff before they got arrested at the airport. So and people,
okay.
I'm sorry, people are saying
that's indeed a good point. Now, my personal opinion is I think that boy should be brought back to Nigeria. I think it is unfair.
Don't bring him back because
no. The boy needs a very serious protection as we speak.
Yeah.
So UK will not bring that boy here. That boy needs serious protection. I'm telling you, even in UK, he needs serious protection, and I think he will be protected.
But I also feel that if you were brought for something that didn't go well and the people were imprisoned, maybe your own case don't end. They come back Nigeria now.
Come back home now.
Am I wrong?
It doesn't work like that, though. It doesn't work like that, though.
He has already burned the bridges in Nigeria. He has burnt everything for him to be like, okay, he has pointed finger, okay, this senator, this powerful man. He has already said that he doesn't want to go back.
I think there are some things hidden about the boy until
because you see,
between them.
We're still investigating this. If that boy was dropped and they were no longer using him, and then he went out and put these guys in trouble, I think we should also apply the snitch law. I think you should be brought back home because now it's different. They want to use you and all of a sudden you don't want to be used again. You raise your hand and say, help me. It's different. But they don't use you again. So which one be help me where you shout?
Daddy Freeze, if you're from Nigeria, you enter the UK airport and start shouting, I want to claim asylum. Their job is to take you and protect you. Then they'll interrogate you. You have your interview. Then if they realize that, okay, what you're saying, you might actually be a victim, then they'll take you into care. So what I'm saying is that anybody, you can claim asylum from wherever you are. You can even be in Nigeria and claim asylum. And you must give your reasons why you're claiming it. You need to be persecuted. You need to be fair. You need to fear persecution or death wherever you're coming from. So right now, for this to happen, obviously that is a powerful man to start with. So
my problem is, and I ask this question honestly, what if he hadn't come out to the public, they carry you go UK, the thing no work.
Yeah.
You say you don't want to do again, or you are not a match. There's no problem. You will spend 1 or 2 months in the UK and go back to Nigeria. But as you don't come cry.
That boy life is at risk. Oh.
His boy is at risk.
If he listen.
So are you saying that Nigeria's security system is not strong enough to actually secure this boy? Is that what we're saying?
Brother Femi, what the other brother said, the girl has been living in the UK. Her system, everything, her records are already.
No, I mean the boy.
The boy is someone that they picked up and be like, okay, please come and give your kidney to this person. I'll pay you money. Do you understand? But the boy doesn't want to go back because he has already experienced good life. They threw party for the boy. That opened his eyes. So it's not possible. You can't teach. You can't show someone that they don't say luxury hotel.
No condition should we stay abroad. It should still be brought back home. That was what that is actually saying.
I'm just thinking aloud because if truly, because the boy is an adult. Can we stop calling him a boy? Can we call him what he is? A man.
Okay.
22-year-old, no be boy. Abi?
That guy actually
no, sir, but under safeguarding, you need to be above 25 before safeguarding cannot be part of your business.
Safeguarding does not define what a man is. From 18, you are a man. The word boy is distorting the narrative.
Yeah, the man.
21 or 22-year-old, he is a man. Now, if truly he no longer wanted to do the stuff, and if truly he was not a match, my question is, why did he call them out?
He didn't sell them out. It was them that were trying to go and get another person's kidney. That is what they just.
They cannot just stop them and arrest them. Do you understand? Somebody must have. Why are they stopping them?
No, because of because right now, what the police is thinking, like they are trying to traffic another person after they brought this boy.
I understand I understand Ekweremadu needs to go to jail.
Yeah.
But I am struggling to see the total innocence of this boy. I am struggling to see how this boy is totally innocent. Now, the judge said because the boy was young, because the boy was isolated from his family, and because the boy was a victim of poverty, which are valid claims. But you see, the moment they have dropped you and you now go and cry, I worry. Because they have said they are not using you again, or you have said you don't want them to use you again. Why you come? There's something there.
Baba? Let me explain something to you. A man can meet a girl now and have consensual sex with her. But later on, the woman can decide and be like, the guy raped her.
Let's be careful with these words. Let's be careful with these words because of.
Sorry. Like, he did the R on her. Things can change in that kind of situation. You can have an agreement with someone, as far as it's not written, anybody can come and change and say whatever they want to say to move to work in their own favor.
But you have to defend the R.
But you have to. But what if it's not true? Or what? But everybody will have to defend the R. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because
so do we all agree that the boy is not 100% innocent?
Yes, I agree 100%. I agree, he's not 100% innocent.
Do we all agree that?
I won't say that the boy was completely. I won't say the boy is naive about the situation. Because
I have a problem with this. Because if you go and meet a 21-year-old boy or man, and you give him Ogoloro, you know what Ogoloro is? I don't want to use my mouth to say it. Those things where they sniff.
We understand.
Substance to traffic. If they catch him abroad, he will still go to jail. They will not say he's underage.
That's it. In fact, Bugoli said the man got a medical visa.
Hold on. I want to explain this because they will not say the man was. They will raise a case that the man was exploited because of poverty, but that will not stop him from going to prison. Because whether you like it or not, He also enter the transaction, just like say you they carry substance, you they traffic substance. You understand what I'm telling you? You at that age, at 20, if you were 16 now, it's a totally different narrative. You at 21 were agreed to carry substance. Yes, you were coerced. Yes, you were taken advantage of, but that you will not go to prison alive. Because unless it can be proven that you knew nothing about the substance. But as long as say you swallow ram, all that way that they swallow ram, go abroad, go use toilet, the thing will come out, they can't give them in food. If that was the case, that boy will not walk.
Yeah.
So this whole vulnerability for someone that entered into a financial transaction, I want to also look at the fact that if this boy is not 100% innocent, why are they wasting British resources to protect him? I believe protection should be for the innocent.
My own take in all these things is that, every country has their own law.
Lady Nantoma said something. Hold on. Lady Nantoma said something. She said, I am not sure the boy knew they were going to remove his stuff. He was brainwashed. Why don't people who carry substance at that age claim that they did not know that they were brainwashed? Do you understand what I'm telling you? How can you not know when you collected a medical visa? What did you collect a medical visa to go and do? You be doctor? Baba, the boy run them streets. Baba, I know when I was 21 years old, you tell me that I was vulnerable. I get sense past my papa at 21. Come be street boy where they sell things inside traffic. Wallahi, if you dey street inside traffic, you don't get sense. They will beat you, they collect every money where you make for that go slow every day. So we are just running like British narratives. We're running with all the narratives. I understand what Ekweremadu did was wrong and he needs to go to jail. But I'm not understanding this pampering that we are pampering this grown man.
This boy.
He's not a boy. Stop that boy. At 21.
This man.
Listen.
Daddy free.
At 20, my mother gave birth to me at 21. There's 21 years between me and my mother. At 21, my mother had her master's in law. Hold on. Let's put things into perspective. At 21, my mother had her master's in law. At 21, my mother gave birth to me. So this 20, so will you call my mother where they carry me for hand? Say she's a girl.
No, lady.
It's not lady, it's woman. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Let me tell you, that man might not have had university education, but street education. I person take the vulnerable when we say na 10-year-old. I go tell me say grown man. We get hair for blockhouse.
I actually want to react to what Mr. Olu said the other time.
Go ahead.
According to the UK data here, he said Ekweremadu must have done that based on maybe he wants to prove power, like he's powerful in the society, or possibly because of the child was actually living in UK. One of the reasons that Ekweremadu actually did what he did was because of the statistics. There's a statistic that says that 20 people in Britain are diagnosed with kidney issue, and there are over 7,000 people waiting for suitable donor. Possibly that scarcity of donor or the queue on ground might have made him to look outside to get a donor for his child. That could be the best explanation for it. That's number one. So that means it's not because he's powerful in the society that made him to think like, oh, I can buy anything the way I like. That's number one thing I want to debunk about Mr. Olu claim. Number two, there is that many people are saying, why not Nigeria? That the child should have come to Nigeria for surgical operation. The lady has been staying in UK for quite a long time.
She lives there.
And she has a medical doctor that knows her history. Coming to Nigeria for the operation is as good as starting from scratch. So if they decide to do the operation in UK, that should not be a point of concern or reason why we should be blaming Ekweremadu for doing surgical operation abroad. The only place I think we can actually blame him is what actually motivated him to have actually consider the advice of the medical doctor, considering his legal knowledge. And we can say possibly maybe he's not aware of the full terms and conditions, because some doctor can be tricky. Sometimes they can tell you that, okay, don't worry now, we know how to solve XYZ. That don't worry, you don't have any legal implication, blah 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 thing. But over time, when the thing is unfolding,
now, now, the vulnerability clause is a valid clause. My only problem with the vulnerability clause is when they catch people at the airport, say that they traffic substance. Why don't they say they were vulnerable? Say that chairman for Nigeria sent them. Why did they arrest them? Carry them, go prison? Because I know boys in my school those days, or I heard of boys in my school those days, where go carry cocoa and they bust them for airport. They did time. They all did time. Why? And those that were not abroad citizens were deported. Why didn't they say because they were 19 or they were 18, that they were minors and they were exploited? I'm not saying that will not come up, but at the end of the day, they were still the rule that you are an adult. They were treated like adults. They were not treated like juveniles.
But the problem here that the boy doesn't actually seek consent to the agreement.
There's no
all right. We've got Bongoli here. Bongoli, go ahead.
I can't show my face. I'm somewhere that I can't show my face.
Okay, Bongoli. All right, in 2 minutes, let's hear your own perspective.
Yeah, so firstly, I want people to understand the role of a federal rep or a senator. A senator's role, firstly, is to enact and make laws. And the second role is to be a representative. Say, be there. If they want to share projects, bring this project to my own part of the country. And then the third one is to an oversight function. That means for ministries, departments, and agencies, like if they are doing like audits, if they have committees and all of that. So those are the three major roles of a federal rep in Nigeria. So, ma'am, please, can you mute? Okay. So those are the three major functions. Now, I see a lot of people pushing sentiments that, if they had this, that you should have built hospitals and all of that. Now, the question is he mandated to build hospitals by his, what's it called? His jurisdiction as a federal rep, as
if
a
you're
senator?
watching on TikTok, please
let us not be emotional about these things. See, me, I'm an APC person. He is PDP. I should be happy. Yes, they don't catch PDP person.
My top gifters,
he's a Nigerian.
Guys, follow my top gifters. If you're watching on TikTok,
when I turn on my TV in the morning and I'm seeing my senator, a former deputy Senate
I'm looking for the next person to send me a money gun.
A Nigerian former deputy Senate president, he put his face out there, and I'm seeing it on international news. That in itself is the marketing we as Nigerians. That itself will push investors away from Nigeria. A lot of us come here and say so many different things.
Big shout out
you are harming Nigeria.
TP,
I'm not saying I'm not supporting this man.
Number one,
because in this
my
case,
number three
in this case, there's money laundering in this case.
Looking for
money laundering
my top
in this case because when he was going to Turkey, he had I think maybe more than $10,000. You cannot move with more than $10,000, or maybe in the UK, maybe more than 10,000 pounds. But I know that there's this 10,000 caveat. So, it's in the UK laws. There may have been some discrepancies. There may have been some things because he is actually a lawyer, from what I heard. Senator Ekweremadu is a lawyer. So he has looked at all of these hoops and all those things. And with what Femi said, which is true, there's a queue. I know that there's a queue for a fact for this ORGN donor and all of that stuff. And the man is like, how can I bypass this thing in the best legal way possible? In the best legal possible. And his daughter is based in the UK. You can't bring that girl down to Nigeria or take her to Tokyo or anywhere. You're the best care. I have the money. What can I do? And the man said, okay, the doctor said, okay, let's figure something out in Nigeria. And then this guy comes, and I feel that that boy knew what's up. But when he stepped his foot into the UK and maybe some things didn't work out, then things changed. You cannot expect that guy that was a street hawker to come to the UK and come back. That is not happening. That is never happening. Talking about the Japa syndrome. Most of the people that are Japa are people in the middle class in Nigeria that you have the finance to be able to Japa. The masses or the poor people in Nigeria cannot Japa. They don't have the money. Then an opportunity comes, you now Japa, you now think you will come back. Let us stop this Olia Dow. We are all Nigerians. We know ourselves. Even when there's nothing wrong with us, we go abroad and say, we are claiming asylum. It's not asylum we claim. They say they are doing Boko. They are doing Ansaru. They are doing bandits. If you are living in the north, why don't you come to Lagos? Is there bandits in Lagos? Is there Boko in Lagos? We are talking like we do know ourselves as Nigerians. Let us not do this only at Dow. I pray for his daughter. I pray that something comes up because the mom and the father are no longer there. And those are the people that will push for our cause to get, things right for her. So, because I won't be surprised if tomorrow we hear that she has paid the ultimate price. I pray not for her. I also maybe empathize with the boy also, because maybe he didn't know, no, not the boy, the man, the 21-year-old man also, because he also was looking at it like, okay, I do it, I know do this is an opportunity, and also we have to be very careful in Nigeria. Lastly, we think that the things that we do in Nigeria, we can get away with it abroad. Abroad is different too. Their laws are different. We need to understand legality is different from morality. Legality is different from morality. We need to understand that. In Nigeria, you can bypass a line. In abroad, you may not be able to bypass that line. If you bypass that line, it's 2 years old. But in Nigeria, if you bypass the line, they will just tap you on your wrist. I'm just giving what's it called? I'm just being figurative here. So at the end of the day, Mr. Ekweremadu must have violated the law, and the law caught up with him in the UK. Hasta la vista to him. To the daughter, I pray that the mother nature and the earth favors her, and something comes up for her, and then it do not actually shows up for her, and try to bypass that line or something so she can be alive. And also for the boy, also, I wish him well. If deep down, the guy, the 21-year-old guy, if deep down in his heart, he broke an agreement. Because according to Kemowo, agreement is agreement. According to Wiki, he will meet it in the front. If he will meet it in the front. Because if the end goal was, I am not coming back to Nigeria regardless, and the only way is to use asylum, and they told you these are the legal ramifications, because they caught Mr. Ekweremadu at the airport. He was flagged with money. So it was money laundering. Money laundering is inside this case. Yeah. That's what people are not talking about. Money laundering is inside. So it's not even about that organ, but it just breaks my heart when I turn on financial news, and they put Deputy Senate President or former of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is damaging our reputation as Nigerians. How will foreign direct investment come into this country?
Now, sorry, let me ask this question for clarity. What is Ekweremadu's position today before the arrest? What was he?
He was a senator. I mean, he's a senator because it's not done with the the 9th Assembly is not done yet.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, it's still here now. It's still in 3 weeks' time now. He is a senator. He's a freaking senator in Nigeria. He was like number 5, I mean number 6 or number 4 at one time like that, or number 5 or whatever. So what I'm saying is that I'm talking about high-level economics here. I'm talking about
my battery is about to die. My battery is about to die. I'd like to appreciate all of you, from John to Olu to Femi to Bongoli, and to this very beautiful lady who I'm impressed, Glory Art. You raised some very valid points. You were not sentimental. You raised quite a few valid points, and I appreciate you being with us today. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much. Tomorrow is my birthday, and we're going to come live tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all so much once again for joining, and do take care of yourselves.
Thank you, for bringing me on.
And I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I'm glad you guys are here.
All right, no,
Take care, and God bless you.
Bye.
Thank you. Take care of our children well. Thank
We
you.
will. Bye.